Wallon. You're listening to the likes of Reek0. Band settings.
We're here with Reek0 at Metropolis Studios for Clash Live in association with Avirex. How are you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm very good. We've been doing like rehearsing and stuff. I've been taking pictures and stuff. Been wearing Avirex. Good. Enjoying it, man. Yeah.
Perfect. I know you've been preparing a lot for this show. What's that process been like?
The process has been like, it's been like a boxing match. It's been like preparing for my first boxing match kind of vibe. Like doing lots of training, doing lots of rehearsal, doing something brand new. Like, I've never worked with a band before, and I kind of like put together some of my mates that are like crazy musicians, people who've like never played a show, and people who played Coachella who come together into this band. And like we spent so much time doing rehearsals and creating a set, not just like recreating my songs, actually making new beats and new things to come with the song, create a whole set. So that's been the main thing. That's been the fun thing.
What made you want to, because you could have just turned up and played to the beats, recorded ones. What made you want to come and put that live band together and do it that way?
I felt like I kind of saw from when we was talking about it, I think it was even like before summer we was even chatting about doing this, and like from then I knew that like if I do something like this at a place like this, I can't just come with a DJ. Like I just wouldn't. I feel like I'd be milking it. I feel like it wouldn't feel right for me. So like I knew that I wanted to do something completely different. So I thought this is a dream I've always had. Metropolis, beautiful place. They've got a lot of nice equipment. Let me actually like try and put together something. And like luckily I brought us all in for one session. It was absolutely hell getting us all to come into a session, like organising 6-7 different men to make it at the same time in a week. It was long, but we did it. And the first session was just like heaven, and then we all just came together nice. Right. And then from then I just knew what time it was. We were gonna do it.
So you could tell from that first session that it was going to be worth all of the hassle of putting it all.
From the first session, it was like, my other boys were calling me like, yo, like, gotta come in the band now, I'm gonna come rehearsal, and then it all just came together. Some didn't because they didn't have the time, and then us guys who were performing tonight came together.
How did you put the band together? Who made sense, and how did you sort of bring it?
They're all my mates. It started, I wanted it to be an abstract band. I wanted it to be congas and bass and keys. So I had 3 people in mind, and I kind of thought, cool, let's pick them. My guy Cyril on the congas, my guy Sam on the keys, and my guy Arthur on the bass. And I thought, let's just do us 3. And then as I kind of like did it, my guy Arthur, who plays bass, he's best friends with a guy called Joe who plays drums, so he came naturally. And then my guy Sam plays percussion, and he came naturally. And they were all just like my friends. We make music. A lot of the tunes we played, the guys here were produced on the productions of a lot of them. So it was just my friends, really. Yeah. Brighter days.
Yeah. You mentioned before to me that like the history of music is important to you, and sort of like what part you play in that. How did you develop the sound that you have, like with that in mind?
I got to big up Unks. I don't even think he's upstairs somewhere, but I got Unks and the Avirex. It's him, and it's literally him. And my mum was playing me music all like from I was like, it was just music. My nan, I lived with her growing up. It was just reggae, it was just music. To celebrate, we played music. When we were sad, we played music, and it was just like, that's all I knew really. Like, so to make it, I started making music because I wanted to impress my uncle. I'd be real. I'm not trying to gas him up or anything, but like, I started making music because I wanted to impress him.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to make a song that he liked.
Right.
Yeah.
And what was that?
When I first started, it was house, innit? This guy was a heavy house raver, so I was trying to make house, and I was trying to make that Detroit stuff, like that proper house, and that proper UK house. Like I was trying to make that stuff. Like I was listening to like Martinez Brothers because they were popping at the time. I was loving their kind of stuff. I was trying to make that stuff really, and that was before I even met anyone in Brighter Days as well.
So how did you meet the Brighter Days family?
Through Megs, my manager. Literally, like I'm / my best friend. Like. I've been close friends with her since school, and she was her family friends with my guy IZCO, and so I'd always see him at family functions and stuff, and I knew he made music. And then when I grew up, I started listening to his music and rating his thing, and then like making music, and then naturally we just came together because I'd see him at family parties and stuff. And then we had one session, and it came like the first band session. It was like one session, it was just like we've got to make tunes in it, and then we just developed a friendship over the years. And that's how it is really, like, just my boy now.
Yeah. And your latest EP, 1-2, is with him entirely. Yeah. When did that start? What made you want to record that?
We was naturally doing a lot of shows because Izzy would do a show and they would shout at the man, he's trying to come, I'd come, obviously, and I'd jump on mic naturally. And then naturally we started to like get booked for shows together. And then we kind of thought about doing a tour whilst he was on tour with Nia Archives. And then we kind of started like formulating, and then we had the tour idea, and then we was making tunes already, so we was kind of like, bro, we haven't even dropped nothing, just Reek0, IZCO, like, and we've got a tour, like, let's put our tunes together and make a project. So we kind of had that in the back of our heads, and then again, naturally, we was just kind of linking it up and patterning it up. We had Megs, luckily, and Ennis, another super guy. We had these two, us four, like, dream team style, just like going ham, just like making sure everything's correlating, because like we're just going away making music, but we've got a tour now to deliver with it. So we just like all came together to make sure it came out well. And like, yeah, we did amazing. We did our tour, sold it all out, and that, and yeah, dream come true.
Yeah. So what was it like making music, knowing that there's a tour? Does that change the process at all?
Not really, because it's just like dance music. We was just like making it. And me and Iz both last year went through a crazy year of adapting, both of us. Like personal stuff, you know what I mean? We was both going through a lot of personal stuff. So I feel like that year was like nice for us to like do that project, because it actually is releasing a lot of stuff. Like we got a tune called Mountain, and like he made that tune on like a very special day, and I wrote the lyrics on a very special day, and I recorded it with him on a very special day. So it's like, it was a lot of emotion in that project of the kind of year we both had, I feel like, which makes it even more special.
What do you want that project to do for the listener, especially in the live setting? What do you want it to achieve there?
Before I had the project and I was making all this music, I always knew that like, in this project I'm talking a lot more about my feelings, and a lot more about like what music actually means to me, and a lot more about like my family and like my life and my feelings. Whereas before, I feel like I would talk about like a compilation of cool things that happened, which is vibes. But like this project, I proper like deep tapped into my emotions, and Izzy did as well. Like we both just like tapped into our emotions and just like let out on some like Mac Miller vibe, like a rest of songs.
Yeah. Did you feel quite vulnerable then to make a record like that?
It was almost the opposite. It was almost like I want people to know like what man is in it. Like I'm not just like, I don't just write bars because I feel like writing. I don't just write bars because I'm trying to make a hit. Like I only write bars when I'm capturing emotion, and that can only be at certain times when I'm capturing. So like producing for me is much more like I can produce, I can make beats. I do it like playing PlayStation, but rapping's like I'm capturing emotion. Like it's deeper in it. I don't want to just like it always will mean something to me, every lyric I write.
When did you start rapping? Because you mentioned making house music.
Yeah.
How did you get from there to sort of where you are now sonically? And
my uncle wanted my little cousin Tish to be a rapper. I remember when he was like 6 and I was like 8, and my uncle's like, "Nah, Tish, like you're gonna rap," like, but he didn't want me to rap.
Right.
And I was thinking like, I wanted to rap, innit? I wanted to rap, so that's when I started rapping. So I just started like, I remember I got like recordings of me with my little laptop, just like trying to write lyrics and stuff. And literally from then, really, big about.
Yeah. So he's been a huge inspiration.
Yeah. I don't even know if he knows this.
Right.
He's gonna know after listening to this. But yeah, like he's definitely the reason. He's definitely started because when I was young and he wanted Tish to rap and I wanted to rap, and then I just kept it consistent. I had friends in school that rapped. My guy Warren, we rapped together all the time in school, and then college came and I just kind of carried on, and then I decided to go uni to study music, and that's where it's like, cool, I can put my foot down on the acceleration because all I now can think about is music because I study it. So I kind of did that, and then
So what are some of your like rap inspirations? Because you mentioned Mac Miller before. What?
He's like I've listened to him. I've tapped into him. He's like a recent one. I don't have crazy inspirations. Like obviously like grime and most things, but it's mostly just like kind of what I've been around. A lot of all the things that I've been around and all the things that I've heard, like the grime, the soul, the kind of rap, the American stuff, kind of all just like infused, and I kind of just take my own vibe on it. Like I don't like I'm not really like a die-hard fan for any artist. Like, there's no one that I'm saying like, oh, I need to like. You know what I mean? Like, I respect, top respect, maybe people like Kano, Skepta, like them man are like we appreciate and I love their work. But I don't think there's anyone that's like, oh, like I want to like, oh my god, like,
yeah. But it comes through you and it comes through your lens into the music. I think you can hear that. I wondered as well when I was listening, because I also watched some videos of you like hosting sets and stuff.
Yeah.
I wondered how different the approaches are for doing something live and sort of improvised like that versus something that you're going to record and put out as a project.
Yeah. The set stuff is again, Unks, he was close friends with like Bush King, like Mighty Mo and the Heartless Crew and all them kind of people. So I kind of grew up around them and I grew up seeing them, and I even went to, my uncle used to take me to a lot of their raves, and I'd see Bush King on stage mashing it up, like see him mashing it up. So like that was what I just thought that's what I like. That's my first time going out, was seeing Bush King mashing it up on stage. Right. So that's just what I thought raving was. So when I linked Iz and he shouted me to come do it, and I'm doing it and I'm clocking that raw, like people are like not even tapped into this. Like they think I'm bringing a fresh thing. Really, I'm just like I learned off the OGs, but it's nice that I can be that soul to bring it into the. Yeah. And now, you know what I mean? So that's banging. And obviously you got like OGs like Flowdown, even Capo Lee, like legends that be doing the thing. So I'll definitely take this with them as well. But mostly, yeah.
So did that come before sort of writing a song for you?
No. So Set Vibes came a bit later. I was writing songs from maybe like 15. That's when I was like writing like songs and recording them for the first time. I've still got like notes. So that was like the first time, maybe 15. Sets was like more like when I got the opportunity in uni, I started to go and do radio with my guy Daman. So he brought me into like my first kind of radios kind of vibes. And then from then I just clutched into the inner Heartless Crew, Bush King and me, and I just knew what time it was, because it was like, yeah, I can do this now.
Yeah. What does it do for you differently to, you know, what energy do you get from that's different from maybe what you get in the studio?
I feel like the best moments in my career have been through like what the sets have brought to me, like being able to do Glastonbury, like and do a crazy stage with like, do you know what I mean? To be able to do shows like that and gigs like that, like my dream gigs through dance, and like it's crazy, and it's like that's my spirit. So I'm just kind of just like, yeah, this is where it is for man. Like as much as I love recording, like doing sets with Iz and just being on mic, controlling the dance, having the crowd, that's kind of my vibe. That's how I like to party. Yeah.
We've mentioned your uncle a few times, and he's turned up today in the old
the
school.
AV.
Yeah. Do you have any Avirex stories from?
I just always knew he had them jackets, innit? I always knew he had them jackets. Like I always knew he had a pair of these Avirex jackets, and I always see in pictures and that. I don't necessarily remember him wearing one when I was a kid, just because I was probably young and don't remember. But in pictures, like, yeah, this guy, he loves that kind of like Carl Carney and all that other stuff as well. Like he loves all that stuff. Like in fact, I like inherited most of his clothes. Like most of the clothes that I wear even nowadays, like it's because like Unks was like, you know, like, this is your style now, isn't it? So I'm like, well, yeah, I'll take it, innit? Yeah. So yeah, no, that's most of it really.
What are you most proud of about what you've achieved so far in your career?
Kind of the love of the people that I be doing it with. That's the best thing, and like the impact it has on my family. Those are the two best things. Cause it's like, it's cool doing it, and it's cool doing music and that. It's cool doing all of this stuff. But if I was doing it by myself, if my boys weren't up there, like, and I knew I was doing it with some next random man, and I just felt isolated, and like my manager wasn't my best friend, and my unks wasn't here, and I wouldn't know if I'd want to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like that's definitely the core to this, and it's like love's not love without a party. A party's not a party without love.
And lastly, to wrap up, what's the ambition? What is success to you? Like, where do you want to go with this?
Just never stop, really, like persistence, like just like I always love trying new things. This whole band stuff is I've never played a band before like this anyway, so like just trying to do new things all the time, like trying to make music, produce and learning the bass, and just trying to be a musician that just like travels the world and carries on making history, hopefully. Yeah.